And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Man, yeah. So you guys saw the thumbnail and yeah, and the title of the video. Damn. So let's get to it. I'm pretty sure at this point everybody's talking about the whole situation that happens with Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars. Uh, yeah, man, it's a bad look. It's a bad look for everyone that's involved, including Chris Rock, unfortunately. So if you guys haven't seen the video, let me show you. I'm pretty sure you guys have, but let's just dissect it for a little bit. Chrome. Okay.
The hardest
So
job
this is
tonight,
it.
Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated.
Hmm.
Now, if she loses, he can't win.
I mean, that's the thing too. Like, what a lot of people don't understand is that you're at a award show. I mean, have you guys seen the Golden Globes or what have you? And what in the past what Ricky Gervais have said, right? I mean, you there to be. I mean, it's par for the course, right? So it's almost to be expected. So Will Smith, I just think he anyway. Let's get to it. I'll get to that later. All right.
He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please.
And that's
Lord.
another thing. Like it's like you knew he I don't know. I don't watch the Oscars. I don't watch that stuff. But it says that he has won all the awards for that movie that came out, King Richard, about the Williams sisters' father. I think it's about, right. So he's been so he was gonna win, right? And he's been hunting for that Oscar. I don't know since how long, right? So, and this is how this night is going to be remembered, right? And that's another thing, guys. Women will make men do stupid things, a lot of stupid things.
Lord.
Look,
Jada, I love you.
he's laughing.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Look, look, he's laughing. Will's laughing, right? And I'm not gonna go. Apparently, she has alopecia. It like she's losing her hair. I mean, okay, yeah, fine. But that's not a terrible joke. It's not like she has cancer and then he's making fun of the fact that you shave your head because you have cancer. And okay, I'm not gonna go. For me, I know at least for me personally, I don't think that's a joke where if he were to say it about my wife, where I would get mad and wanting to fight someone about it. This is how, if I was Will Smith, this is how I would have done it. I'm gonna give you my point of view later, but let's just see what he did.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here.
Uh-oh.
Richard.
And you know when when I'm seeing it, it was like I don't know in the morning when I was watching it because I didn't watch it live. I'm thinking that he's going like to hug him or say something like, "Hey, don't say that," or what have you, kind of like play fighting. I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen.
Oh.
He just pimp slapped him. All right. When I was watching this, I remembered Dave Chappelle had a if you guys have ever seen the Chappelle show, he had a saying that Rick James says, "What did the five fingers says to the face?" Right? It's like what slap, right? That's what the five fingers says to the face. So he slapped him.
Wow. Wow.
And I thought it was fake. At first, I thought it was fake because I'm like, why is everybody? Why is that a big deal? Right? Why is I mean?
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, maybe it's not.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to.
Now, I wonder, did he get as mad as at Jada or August Alsina for? I wonder if he said, "Keep your penis out my wife's vagina." Right? I wonder if he said that. I bet he didn't.
Okay. Okay.
Awkward. I mean, I feel for him. I mean, he has kids. I mean, think about it from Chris Rock's point of view. He has kids, and his kids gonna see that, and he has. I mean, I know he's not married anymore, but God, I mean, I know one thing. I wouldn't. Nah, Will Smith would probably have to kill me, or I would have to kill him. There's no way I'm gonna let him in, slap me, and not do anything about it. To me, a slap is more disrespectful than a I would rather someone punch me than slap me. Let's see, we got a comment. In the Oscar. Yeah, for the best slap, yeah. That's actually funny. Man. Goes to Will Smith, I guess. All right. And that's the thing for me. If when he won, right? There's multiple ways he could have handled it, and he chose the worst way to handle it. Right? One way he could have handled it was if he were to say, okay, when he won the Oscars, when he won his award or whatever, he could have said something about the disease. His wife has been going through that disease, and it's been tough on the family. That's one way of handling it. Or another way he could have done it was he could have said, "Oh, once Chris Rock is done, see him backstage and say, hey, man, I don't like the way, I don't like the joke. I know you probably didn't know that, but she's suffering from alopecia, what have you, just relax on that." Chris Rock probably didn't know. And it's not a bad joke. It's not, I mean, I'm not sensitive. So I can't say, my level of sensitivity is not the same as everybody else. Okay, fine. But no one can tell me that's the best way. And I have seen women saying, "Oh, that's the way you handle it. You handle it." What you call it? Tiffany Haddish was saying, "Oh, he did one of the most beautiful things." As a man, you're supposed to keep your emotions in check. Never make an emotional decision. Because 99% of the time you always regret an emotional decision that you've made. And Will Smith, he's just an emotional guy, and you could tell in that family, man. I mean, it's his wife that runs the household. Like, he was laughing, right? He was laughing. Look.
Can't wait to see it. All right.
Look, he's laughing, He's laughing there about the joke. So you can't tell me, oh, it's because of the joke was that bad because of his wife. Look, all she did was that she rolled her eyes. You're like, oh, whatever. Right? He's still laughing. I mean, I could understand maybe if Jada had cancer and then she shaved her head because of cancer, then okay. But still, even that, I wouldn't do that. I would go backstage and be like, hey, man, don't say that. Handle it like a man. And then if he has a problem, then you could, if he's saying that, F that, I'm going to continue saying that, and blah, blah, F that, B. And that's the thing too, guys. When you listen to women, right? And women, it's okay for them because they're all emotional. But you as a man, you can't say, oh, I'm going to handle it. Right? It's almost like she gave him the look like, oh, you're going to let him say something and not say something about that and not say anything. Someone else has a question. It says, I think Will Smith is sending a message with the slap. He doesn't want people talking about his wife. Yes, that's fine. Oh, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I think that's that's the reason that he, I mean, we all know it's because of Jada, right? But the reason that he slapped Chris is because for all this BS that she put him for the past 2 years, right? The whole thing with the whole entanglement thing, I think it's about a year or what have you, and saying that he's bad in bed. But he didn't have any smoke for Jada, right? Yes, you can send a message. That's what I said. When he won the award, he could have said something about in regards to that, or go to Chris Rock and speak to him man to man and say, hey, you know, she has alopecia, blah, blah, and stuff like that. And then most likely he probably would have apologized. And then now your big win, no one is talking about that. No one cares about that. The thing that you've been chasing, I don't know, for the past 15, 20 years, you finally get it, but no one is talking about that. No one is going to remember that. Right? They're just going to talk about, oh, you slapped Chris Rock. And that's another thing. When he won in his speech, let me see, where's his speech at? Let me type it in. Smacks the hell.
My name is Rafael.
And I'm Maite, and we're from Oli Life.
We have found that Sendel has very low.
Oh, man.
Okay, he won.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family.
So now he's basically saying that, oh, he was protecting his family. That's why he's saying, oh, he was a fierce protector of his family. No, there's no excuse for that. He's trying to mask it, saying that, oh, I'm just protecting my wife. That's not you can't look. Listen, I think the only time you should meet violence is with violence, or with the threat of violence. Now, if someone is saying that, oh, they're going to do this to you, now you don't wait for them to do it. You know, you could take you could take action before they do it, right? You don't wait for, if someone says they're going to kill you, you don't wait for them to kill you to see if they're actually going to kill you, right? So that's the only time other than someone putting their hands on you, that's the only time I think you should put your hands on someone else. And for me, at the age that I am now, listen, man, I'm not trying to look for a fight, but I'll walk away from a fight. But if you won't let me walk away and you put your hands on me, it's game over for one of us.
In this time in my life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world.
No, nigga. God is not calling you to slap people. God is not. See, that's the thing. That's another thing with celebrities. They think that God put them on this planet to do what they're doing. No, you just like someone. You just like everybody else. Okay, you're not the chosen one. Chosen one. God is, yeah.
World. Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis, who was one of the strongest.
It says you should go. So you shouldn't do anything at that moment, even after someone humiliated your wife on stage. He didn't no, he didn't. That's the thing. He didn't humiliate. I can't even say the word. He didn't. He just said a joke about his wife, saying that, oh, I can't wait for the next G.I. Jane movie because G.I. Jane is a movie where the chick shave her head. At those award shows, people tell jokes about, and that's another thing. Celebrities, they probably take themselves way too seriously. I don't know if you've seen what Ricky Gervais have said about other celebrities. It's 1 million times worse than what Chris Rock said about Jada. And it wasn't bad. And if I was Chris Rock, I would have said, after he said that, I would have probably punched him. I would have hit back, and then I probably would have said, yeah, you're gonna feel that until August. Right? He's gonna feel that. he's gonna when I finish whooping his ass, he's gonna feel that ass whooping until August. If you get the joke, because of August, Alsina was fucking his wife.
Most delicate people I've ever met. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi.
So now he's a protector. So now he's just walking around protecting everybody. I mean, and that's the thing. That's why I said to Gogo Willie was, imagine you walking down the street, everyone gonna have something to say about you. So then if it was a black female comedian that says what Chris Rock said, he would have walked on stage and slapped her? No, he wouldn't. See, what I'm suggesting, it would have worked on anyone. Black, white, female, handicap, whatever. It would have worked on anyone. Any and everyone.
The two actresses that played Venus and Serena. I'm being called on in my life.
You being called on your life, what, to let August fuck your wife?
To love people.
I didn't even look, guys. I didn't even watch the his acceptance speech. Like I said, I don't watch freaking Oscars. I don't watch that stuff. But he's like he's being called on to love people. I guess he was showing Chris Rock some love. I mean, if that's how he showed love, I would hate to see how he shows hate.
And to protect people. And
To protect people from what? From a joke? The man didn't put his hand on your wife. I mean, that's the only way. If that was me, that's the only way I would have done what he did. If Chris Rock walked across the stage and slapped my wife, then yeah, it would have been game over for Chris Rock. I would have done more than a slapping. But that's the only way. That's the only time.
to be a river to my people.
To your people. Now he's talking about black people, right? Who did he slap another black man? See, that's what I'm saying with that all that BS stuff. And Hollywood is full of that stuff. Right? They talk about preaching love and peace. You should have seen I've seen some people that was at the show. They were saying, "Oh, what he did was, although I don't condone violence, but I understand what he did and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. He has the right to do what he did." And those are the people that see, that's the thing, that Hollywood is full of bullshit. They preach one thing and does another. And Will Smith is a prime example of that. It's almost as if I knew, because if you go back and see my last show, actually, I did a show on him.
Now, I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you in this business.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's bothered by the fact that people were saying he's bothered by the whole thing that happened last year with the whole entanglement stuff. Right? But if you bothered by it, Chris Rock didn't do anything to you. Keep your emotions in check. Jada could not have been my wife, because I would have checked her, or we would have been in divorce a long time ago. Embarrassing him like that.
People disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay.
Let me see. Someone says something else.
But Richard Williams, and what
BSP says, if you didn't like the joke, you should have walked out with Jada. But no, you put your hands on anyone, period. That's assault. I agree. BSP, I agree, that's assault. It is. He could have walked out of the show, and since he was so bad, and then after that, when Chris Rock was done, you could have said something in regards to him. You could have said, "Hey man, I didn't like what you said." Hey man, I'm gonna drop the link if anyone want to come up. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. But yeah, so that's the link if anyone want to comes up. But yeah, I agree with you, BSB, 100%. That is assault, and Chris Rock technically could file charges. Now, there's several things wrong with that. Now he's gonna look like a punk. He already looked like a punk because he let a man slap him and not do anything. But it's not like Will Smith is gonna do hard time anyways, right? And he can't civil assault. He can't sue him in civil court because, what is he gonna get? He's not gonna get. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think he would get much.
Thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you.
See, here we go. The devil. No, that's not the devil, man. That's you. Because you was laughing, and then I guess he could say Jada's the devil, because when Jada gave him that look, as in, you got your order, right? You got your order. You gonna let him talk smacks about me? But yet it's okay for August to pipe me down, right? You think Denzel would have done that? How many people? How many people think Denzel would have handled it the way he handled it?
It's like, I want to be a vessel for love.
No. You showed your true colors. You want to be a vessel to slap people that says something, anything about your wife, any little joke. If you didn't want the joke, you should have kept her ass at home. Hey, babe, I know the Oscars is coming up, and you got this alopecia thing. You know, comedians might, they might not know the situation. They might make some jokes about you. Are you okay with that? Yeah, it doesn't bother me, blah, blah, and stuff like that. Okay, let's go. If it does, then keep your ass home.
Say thank you to Venus and Serena. I just spit. I hope they didn't see that on TV. I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena and the entire Williams family for entrusting me with your story. That's what I want to do. I want to be an ambassador of that kind of.
But yeah, let me bring you up. Let me bring you up. Hello? PSP?
Yeah. Hi.
How are you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So this whole fiasco that's going on, I mean, still in the back of my mind, I'm kind of hoping this is fake or staged. What do you think? This is real or fake?
I think it's real, man. I thought it was staged too, but I think it's real. Because
when you think about it. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, I was saying that, first of all, I was kind of confused. Like, man, what is going on? You just don't walk up the stage and smack on someone's face. You don't do that.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, Jada was not the only person that Chris was making fun of. He was going one by one at people by people.
Exactly.
No one said anything. And
exactly.
And he Chris was not exactly pointing out her the all the scandals, all everything. It was about her hair, and what he said was G.I. Jane. All right, that's to me, in my point of view, that's like a compliment, because G.I. Jane is a name of a character of a strong woman. I don't see any problem.
That's a good point, BSP. I didn't even think about that. You are absolutely right about that. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I know, right? What the hell?
Now, let me ask you this question, BSP. If that was you, what would you have done? How would you have handled it?
Look, first of all, I mean, if I would not have married a woman who was cracked to begin with. All right. And if Jada was a good woman, she should have, told Will not to go up there. Don't do anything stupid.
Yep.
I think that would have been thing. And if my wife was feeling kind of uncomfortable, then I would do the same thing which I mentioned in the chat. I would just walk out.
Exactly.
In front of everyone. That if you walk out in front of everyone, that itself is a statement. You don't have to hit anyone.
Exactly. Now, BSP, let me ask you this question though. Do you know the whole Jada and Will Smith backstory that basically
Yeah, I
Jada
know.
had
I know.
Go ahead.
I know. I mean, I don't. I'm not even an American. I'm from India, by the way. But I hear news and everything.
Mhm.
So the thing is, Jada. I mean, first, my God, I hate to be Will Smith. I hate to be in Will Smith's place, in his position. I mean, come on. First, I mean, I don't know if I can say bad word. I don't know, but anyway, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, say it.
You can bang his wife, but you cannot, talk shit about her hair.
Yeah, exactly. PSP. You could F his wife, but you can't make a joke about his wife.
I mean, dang, what? It doesn't even make sense. What? I mean, first of all, personally, it kind of breaks my heart because I'm a fan of both men. I like Chris Rock. I like Will Smith. I grew up watching his movie, but this was wrong. I'm
It
kind
is.
of hoping that this is fake, but I know.
I
Or
don't-
maybe today's what April May March 29, 30. It's almost
Mhm.
first April, right? What if they were like, ha ha, April Fool?
Yeah, I mean, you know what, BSP, you might
That would
be
be
right, but
that would be
yeah,
something.
go ahead.
Because I know that the emotion in Will's face was kind of it's looks legit, but don't forget he's a good actor, both of them. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I would agree with you, but the my thing is if you remember the Chris Rock's reaction, Chris Rock is not that good of an actor. That's one, and
Yeah.
and I don't know if you saw like during the break and stuff that like Denzel and other people was talking to him and try to calm him down. So I don't think it was staged. And the producer of the guy who produced the whole show says that he was terrified by that, and so that's why I don't think it was fake. And one last thing too, BSB, was that in his acceptance speech, he apologized to everybody, to the Academy, to the his fellow nominees, but he didn't apologize to Chris Rock.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, glad you brought that up. But first thing, I'm surprised they allowed him to got up on stage to say that speech. Why would you allow that after when he did something like that? No. And yeah, one more thing, everybody went, try to console Will, but what about Chris? The man got
Exactly.
slapped in a live national television. What about him?
Exactly.
And one more question. What
Yes,
if
sir.
Chris Rock was a woman? Then what?
Oh my God. Exactly. Someone said, I'm glad you said that, BSB. Someone asked that question earlier. They said, is he supposed to take it and not protect his wife? I'm like, well, what if it was a woman that had said that joke about his wife? Is he gonna walk on the stage and slap her? No, he wouldn't. He would have kept his emotions in check. And if he did, they would have kicked him out.
The thing is, I'm also glad you brought that up. The thing is, yeah, it's a man's duty to protect a wife, protect his wife, but it's not like Jada was, attacked or something.
Exactly.
They twisted this statement. I mean, it's fucked up, really. I mean, it's not like someone is invading her personal space. No.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
One more thing. And one more thing. I know why. Actually, the thing is, I don't know if you noticed this, but when Chris made that joke, Will was actually smiling, but then it was Jada's expression that kind of changed, that triggered him, I guess. But the thing is, the condition that Jada was having, first of all, that hair loss, I think it's called alopecia,
Yeah, alopecia. Yeah.
alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the people don't know that this disease is actually an autoimmune disease where
Right.
the body's immune system attacks the hair. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is that most people don't understand is, well, first of all, I'm a doctor myself, okay, and I know
Oh,
this.
Good, good, good.
And yeah, and actually, I'm doing post graduation in medicine. I'm about to finish in maybe three months. So anyway,
Oh
but
man,
most people
congrats,
don't
man.
know that. Yeah, thanks. But anyway, moving on. The thing is the condition. Yeah, there's a hair loss, but the thing is, people, anyone who's more qualified than me, they're free to correct. The hair follicles remains there in the skull. It does
Mhm.
not diminish, so it can be treated. There's a possibility of treating. All
Mhm.
right, but people are, behaving like Jada is having a cancer or something. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
We, the men have to deal with hair loss and on everything, but it's hair. The problem is her mentality. I mean, that this is all messed up.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. If you you said you're not in America, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same in your country too. Short, fat, bald man, he's the butt of the joke. Everybody would make fun of him. But
Yeah,
a woman,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. And
I
for
mean,
me,
the what happened with Jada? I think it sounds like entitlement. I don't know. My opinion. What do you think?
I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. Entitlement, because for me, the only time that you should hit, two times that you should hit someone is if someone says if someone threaten you that they're gonna hit you, or they hit you and then you just responding and you just hitting them back. Other than that, there is no excuse for hitting someone. I don't care what they said or whatever it is. If they didn't do any of those two things, yeah, you shouldn't hit someone. You shouldn't put your hands on someone. You should just walk away. We're not in high school, you're not
See,
12 years old.
Yeah. See, the thing is, everyone is entitled to their free speech, but no one is entitled to invade someone's personal space.
Oh my God, man. You're keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what people need to understand. You cannot oppress someone. You cannot prevent someone from speaking. If you do that, you are violating a human right.
Exactly. Your freedom is not more important than my freedom.
If you invade someone's personal space, you are doing the same thing. You are oppressing that person's human right.
You are 100% correct, BSP.
To understand.
Now, exactly. Now, as a doctor, you said there's ways for you to treat that, right? So it's not okay. So let me ask you this: in your opinion, is the joke that terrible?
I don't think the joke is terrible. It's like your mama's fat joke. I think not so different.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking you not in terms of is it bad, not in terms of not being funny, meaning that is it like terrible in terms of like being hurtful, like where you would get mad if someone said that about your wife? I think the answer is no for you, because you said G.I. Jane, and that's a good point that you brought up, was G.I. Jane is a strong woman.
Exactly. I mean, first of all, I'm not married yet, but I'm not going to marry a woman who is cracked in the head. No. I'm not going to marry a woman who is entitled. I'm not going to marry who is, who has a diva or princess mentality. No, that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for my family. That's a problem for my community. No, absolutely not.
Absolutely, yes, I agree with you. And you're not gonna marry, and you shouldn't marry a woman that's gonna have an entanglement with your son's friend.
I mean,
think that,
yeah, and also I also heard saw an interview of that other guy who was having affair with Jada. What was his name again? I forgot his
August
name.
Alsina.
Yeah, August. Yeah, at
Mhm.
one point, I don't know if you have seen that interview. He said he said that guy is so. He said that I'm not a guy who's looking for trouble, and I don't like it when someone, smear my name. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You, no one smeared your name. You did that by yourself. You made a move at a woman who was married and has a children. What the hell you think is gonna happen?
Right, right. Now,
Damn.
now, if that was you, what would you do? Would you be okay with that? If he was
No.
Will Smith,
I,
if he was
I
Will Smith,
no. If my wife had an affair, no. Hell no. Hey,
I had a feeling. I had a feeling the answer was going to be hell no. I just wanted to test you.
I mean, seriously, the thing is, there are. I mean, to be fair, both men and women have. There are both men and women who has affair. I
Mhm.
get it, and I don't condone cheating. If
Right,
you cheat, then you have no honor, first of all. And
right.
but the thing is, when a woman cheats, most of the men react by being aggressive and being all that. No, don't do that.
Just leave.
All you have to do is just walk away. Walk
Hmm.
away. She's not worth your time. Because
Exactly.
obviously, by that action, when your wife does that, you are obviously hurt. So the next logical step to do is to heal yourself. And you only heal yourself by distancing yourself from the source of the pain. That is your unfaithful wife.
Yo, man, you dropping so much knowledge here, man. I can't even. I'm lost for words because I was thinking about the same thing too. Because if he will never be healed, because he's always going to be the butt of the joke with that, because everybody knows, and and also BSB. It's not even the fact that someone else fucked his wife. They could have had an open marriage. Fine, you have an open marriage, but don't let it out. I'm a public figure. I'm an actor. Don't let that stuff out to embarrass me. Now, everybody, I don't know if you've seen on the internet when that thing came out, there was memes and stuff like that. People was cracking jokes on him. And that's why he's so sensitive about that, because he's like, everywhere I go, people are making fun of me because someone else, some kid fucked my wife. And then
Yeah,
now
well, that's one more thing I like to. Uh, yeah, go ahead.
no, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I think it's lagging because of where I am right now. Anyway, the thing is, I also am aware of this table talk that Jada is having. What do you call that?
The red
God, I forgot
table.
the name. Oh yeah, the red table talk. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, they say a lot of things and all things. Hey, here's my point. Why the hell? Why the hell do you think it's a good idea to broadcast your private life on a public platform, and then you're mad because the public are going to respond with their opinion?
exactly.
If I mean, if you don't like it, then don't post anything. Doesn't make any
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
That
Because
is another how should another trait of entitlement.
exactly that. Man, you dropping so much knowledge. Even me, I'm learning from you right now, because you are absolutely right. Because you can't, when you share personal stuff about your private life like that out there, when you put it out there, you can't control how people is going to react to it. And then the fact that you
Exactly.
think, yeah,
People,
the fact that you think you can
because
control it, it's a sense of it's entitlement.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, this is what I've been talking about. This is what I've talked about with many people. Because why would you, expose your private life to public, because public is not just one group. There are different individual people with different mindset that comes with different opinion.
Exactly.
Some people are good people, some people are piece of crap, and everyone is seeing your private life, and all their opinions going to come at you. So you better be prepared for that. If not, then don't post anything.
Don't post it. Yes, and exactly, you're 100% right again, BSB. It's just like me being on this platform and then you being on this platform. If someone comes up and making fun of the way I look or the way I, whatever, I can't say anything because I put myself out there. I can't control on how they're gonna react to me. The only thing I could control is what I say and how I react to it. And I'm just not gonna react to it. I'm just gonna ignore it. And if you can't do that, don't put it out there.
See, the thing is, there's a difference. I consider myself very fortunate guy because I've surrounded myself with many wise men. One of them said that when someone says something to you, like someone say bad words to you, it's your job either to respond or to react. Two different things.
Exactly.
If you respond, then you are in control. But if you react, then you are not in control.
Yep.
It's not the word from the person that is harming you. It's your reaction. Right now, suppose I'm Indian, right? In India, we have 1,300 languages. I'm going to pick anyone, and I'm going to say some nasty things to you in one of the Indian language with a smile on my face. How are you going to feel?
Exactly. I'm not going to feel any way because I don't know what it means.
Yeah, so it's your reaction that's hurting you, not my words.
Exactly.
It's your choice to respond or react.
I'm going to steal that from you, BSB, if you don't mind. I am going to steal that from you. When you...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm going to rewatch this and I'm going to steal that from you, what you just said, because I'm learning from you. It's so wise. Now, let me ask you this question. Now, you said you are in medical school and you're not married. Would you get married?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, nobody wants to be alone. The thing is, I'm Indian. In India, women are mostly feminine and traditional in comparison with the Western, not Western, I would say Western culture. Say India, I don't know if you know this, India is the only country in the world where female deities and goddesses are worshipped.
Oh.
No other country does.
Right.
That's why, because women are very, very traditional and feminine, and men respect that.
Yeah.
The thing is, the difference between my country and the Western culture is that in Western cultures today, thanks to the feminism, there is a huge gender conflict going on. That's why your population is dwindling. But in my country, India is the second largest population in the world, 1.3 billion people.
Yep.
That's a proof we have no gender gap.
Exactly. That's because, women are still women. You're 100% right, BSB. Now I did forget. Yes. Indian woman. There was a Indian girl in my high school. I had a crush on her. Now it's a long story. I'm married now, but I had a crush on her. It was in high school, but she told me, we couldn't be together because, of different religions. Because she was like, you're not. I think she was.
Women are. We were like, we have, first of all, India is known for diversities of everything: culture, religion, food, ethnicity, everything. So we have different kinds of mindset. So Indians prefer to stick in our world, but there are a few Indians who like to explore, out of their things. There are also many Indians who are getting married outside and all that, but there are certain people. So, but today again, one more thing I'd like to say is, feminism also does exist in my country, but Indian feminism and Western feminism are very, very different. Because Indian
How?
feminism is like true. If you look at the definition of feminism, it's the advocacy of women's equal rights in terms of both genders. Yes.
That's what they said.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
Indian women are following that. Women are getting more education and all that, but Indian men are not degraded
Right.
or not shamed.
Hmm.
But in Western countries, like for example, in Western countries, feminism has enabled women so much. I mean, they have given women access to power, to privileges, to freedom of speech, opinion, everything, much more than men. So much
Exactly.
so that men's opinion does not matter. And yet they still complain about being oppressed by patriarchy. Like, what the hell?
Exactly. Exactly. It's like everything that you have. The only reason that they could say that is because they live in a 21st century, in the 21st century, and in a Western country. It's the patriarchy that gives you all of that: the internet, the TV, your car, your house. All of that is the patriarchy. So if you're gonna rebel against the patriarchy, you have to rebel against all of that stuff too.
Yeah, and one more thing, one more misconception that people have, these so-called modern women have. I'd like to
Mhm.
point out that they think that patriarchy is oppressive. And why the hell do you have to associate the word oppression with patriarchy? Does not even make sense. I mean,
Mhm.
I grew up my family is run by patriarchy. Does that mean I was oppressed? No.
I guess you was oppressed too.
I mean, if I was oppressed, I wouldn't be a doctor.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. And the thing is, the word oppression is about tyranny, not patriarchy. Patriarchy is about leading the pack. Big difference.
Exactly. Now, big difference. Now, let me ask you this, BSP. I'm sorry for keeping you so long, if you don't mind.
No, I'm free right now. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Now, let me ask you this: since if now a lot of guys in America, they don't want to get married because of feminism, in which I totally agree with them on the part of feminism. But I say that if you wanna have kids, if you wanna have a family, the best way to do it is through marriage. It's just that you got to pick the good one. You got to find a good one. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, yeah, finding wife in today's woke culture is kind of different.
It's hard.
I mean, I understand the mindset of American men. I think most of the American men are moving outside of their country to Latin America or Asia. I'm hearing that news. Is it legit or what?
Somewhat. It is true somewhat. But the thing is that they have, those men are realizing is, what they're finding out is, those women that when they go to South America, and then their wife is feminine and submissive, but as soon as they bring them here, now they have another problem. Now those women become Americanized.
Oh, so yeah, they got exposed to the feminism of that country. Oh, that's another problem.
Exactly. So unless you have enough money to keep going back and forth to South America, or move to South America, that's the only way you could do it. If you bring them here, you can't. Now I have a solution for that. That's the whole point of my channel, is to find, because there are all women in America that are wife material. They are hard to find, and you got to know what to look for, but they are hard to find though. Yeah,
I mean, this is one more thing. This is another wisdom I learned from Chris Rock himself. If you remember one of his stand-up, I think maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, he said 90% of women are looking for 10% of men.
Exactly.
That is a problem in America.
Yep.
They want six-figure earning men with six-pack. That is absurd. How the hell are you going to find that in Disneyland? Well, good luck.
Hey, that's the only way. Hey, Jesus, some women, I don't know if you've seen some talk shows. There was this woman on Steve Harvey's show. She had a list, BSB. The list was, it was like, I think it was like not a list of 10 items. It was like 80 items. And I'm like, not even Jesus or God himself have that. So she's looking for she's looking for, I don't know what she's looking for. Because not even Jesus
Oh
have
yeah,
that.
I know. I think it was Steve Harvey. I think Steve Harvey's show that he has to bring out some extra in the talk show. Was that it?
Exactly. Yeah, you've seen it. BSP, come on. Even Jesus doesn't have that, right?
I've seen it. I fell off my chair laughing at that, man. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I mean, women they don't understand. If I have a six pack, that means most likely, like you in medical school, do you have time to go to the gym like that and get a six pack? Probably not.
No, I have to work out at my house. I have to do push-ups, pull-ups, and all that. That's it, nothing else.
Exactly. You just do enough to stay in shape, but you're not going to be looking. You're not going to. You have to choose. And women, and a lot of women are not. They don't, and that's why women, they need a man, because they don't think logically.
See, this is the thing that most women need to understand. Men and women are different for obvious reasons, right? The thing is, when you talk about men and women, equality is a wrong word to use. It's a wrong word to use. Like, for example, food and water are not equal, but they both are important. It's the same thing with men and women.
Exactly. They complement each other.
Yeah. See, the thing is, men and women desire different things subconsciously. Let me put it this way. Women subconsciously desires companionship, and men subconsciously desires peace and quiet. That's the reason. There's a reason when you look at today, single women who are, say, like 35 years plus or 40 years plus, who have been focusing on their careers. They have earned a lot of $1 million. They have a house, cars, everything, maybe boy toys. But at the end of the day, most of these women are regularly on on therapy or antidepressant in comparison to single men who are 35 plus or 40 plus.
Exactly.
Agreed?
I agree. I agree with you 1,000%. Because
let me why. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The thing that is because but men in comparison who are 35 and 40 plus, they don't have these kinds of depression, or they don't need to go to therapy because they are enjoying their life. Most of these men are, even if they're not high value men, most of these men will end up living in a ranch in the countryside, or build a cabin facing a river or whatever. They're having the time of their life because men deep down subconsciously desires peace and quiet. But women cannot live alone because deep down they are they're genetically wired to have companionship. Why? Because the thing is, because that's why, because women are emotional, and emotion don't do well when you are alone. You need one to deal with that.
Exactly.
Women are emotional. But men, on the other hand, men are not emotional creatures in comparison. Men are more of a practical creatures, and practicality work only when you are at peace and quiet. That's the difference. And both men and women both are capable of giving each other what they want. Man is fully capable of giving woman companionship, and woman is fully capable of making a man's world peaceful and harmonious. But today's women, they don't want peace. They want competition. If men are not going to find If a man, if men are not going to find peace and quiet from women, they are going to look somewhere else. Hence, the MGTOW movement. Why do you think men are walking away?
Exactly. I mean, I don't necessarily support the MGTOW movement, but I completely understand it. 100% I understand it.
Yeah, it is. It kind of makes sense. And
yeah, it does make sense for certain guys. Yeah.
Here's the thing, that there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, when you talk about masculine and the feminine, first understand, I'm not talking about men and women right now. I'm talking about the masculine and the feminine. Big difference. A man is fully capable of embracing his feminine side as much as a woman is fully capable of embracing her masculine side. All right. And the thing is, both there are many many areas where the masculine will outshine the feminine, and there are many areas where the feminine will outshine the masculine. Now, for example, we are living in a civilization, right? A civilization, since the dawn of time, every civilization is run by economy. And economy is the area where the masculine outshines the feminine. Because, for example, if you work in a corporate or business world, you cannot afford to be gentle or soft-spoken. No, you have to be aggressive. You have to be ruthless. You have to be competitive. These are pure masculine traits. And women today who are successful in these corporate business world, these women demonstrate these masculine traits, which is fine. You have to be like that if you want to succeed. But the problem is women today are not prioritizing their innate inborn feminine traits. That is a problem. Like if you have a scenario, like if you remove the feminine from this world, what do you think is going to happen? Seriously, if you remove the feminine from this world, then everything that is beautiful, everything that is gentle, nurturing,
is going to go away.
All that will be gone. And as a result, human connection will be nothing but simple transaction. And that is what's happening today in Western dating culture.
It's already happening. Transactional sex. I don't need to like you. I don't need to know you to have sex with you.
Yeah, precisely. So that is a big problem.
It is. And you have a lot of women, and you even have a lot of women nowadays that are so masculine, they look at sex just transactional. Oh, I don't need him for anything. I just need him to have sex with me and then leave. I've experienced that. Yeah.
And this definitely is one more scary scenario I would like to tell you. It's a possibility. Okay. America is going through gender conflict. Because of that, your population is dwindling, right?
It is.
Yes. Yeah, and the thing is, America is the strongest country in the world. It's a superpower. Why? Because America has the strongest infrastructure in the world, and infrastructure is run by manpower. But manpower comes from population, and your population is dwindling.
It's dwindling, yeah.
And on the other side, in my country, our population is 1.3 billion people, and it's only going to increase. There's a reason why we Indians are getting job offers in America. I bet you must have seen countless Indians in your country. Why do you think is that? And if your country don't, solve this gender problem, more Indians going to come. I believe that, I don't know, it's a possibility that majority of American citizen is going to be like, brown Hindus. I don't know, but it's possible. I don't know.
It definitely can happen. And another thing is that when you were talking about earlier, when you give the definition of feminism, that's the textbook definition of feminism. But really, feminism is about power. They want power. You know, they talk about, you know, when they talk about, oh, how come, you know, the big the CEOs, the Fortune 500 companies, you know, 90% of them are men, blah blah and stuff like that. But what they don't ever mention is they don't talk about the truck drivers, the bricklayers, the ditch diggers, the sewer cleaners that are men. They don't want those jobs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is so true. I mean,
Yeah.
that is the point brought up by Jordan Peterson himself. You listen to that
Exactly.
man, right? He's a genius.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
I mean, he once argued with a feminist. I'm assuming
GQ,
she's a
right?
feminist, but yeah, yeah, exactly. She's like, oh, women are suppressed by, you know, with this, everything is dominated by men. He's like, where is this sense of dominance? Like,
Mhm.
majority of men are like homeless. Majority of homeless people are men. Majority of people who are in prison are men. Majority of laborers are men. Majority of people who picks up your garbage from your house are men.
Or men.
Majority of people who fail are men. Where's this dominance you're talking about?
Yeah. And BSP,
And-
listen. BSP, listen, I'm gonna kill you right now.
Yeah,
what
sure.
they don't mention is, and I don't know if you've been following the situation right now in Ukraine. They're not allowing men to leave. Right? Men,
I know.
women and children can leave the country, but if you're a man, you can't leave the country because you're supposed to stay and fight. Now, if that happens here in America, I am gonna stay and fight
Feminists
and
now.
protect my country. Hold on, BSB. But the thing is that the feminists, they don't talk about the fact that if it was something, if it was done to women, they would have complained. If it was something positive that they're saying that only men can achieve it, but they would have said something, but they don't say anything about it now.
See, that is the exact definition of what today's feminism is. Let me tell you what it is. Today's feminism means a woman can choose whether to be a victim or empowered, depending on which side benefits her. That's the feminism today.
Exactly. They just if it's something that's beneficial, oh yeah, I'm for it. If it's something that's not, that doesn't perceive as beneficial, they don't want it. You know, that's why I said it's about power. It's not about equal. You know, if it was equal, then you should be just as you should be fighting just as hard for women to be ditch diggers and garbage men. They don't want that. They don't want those jobs.
Yeah, exactly. One more thing I'd like to point out. You are obviously an African American, right? This is a big problem in your community.
Huge.
This gender problem. I noticed that because majority of women in your community, they would not cook for your men because they think it's a kind of slavery, anything. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Slavery has nothing to do with cooking. I mean, I'm Indian. I grew up in a traditional house. My mother has been cooking for me since I don't remember when. Does that mean she's my slave?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
The hell she's talking about. The thing about cooking is it's not about the taste. You know, it's very important for each family members to develop bonds between each other, and food is one of those medium that you do that. It's not about the taste, it's the intention behind the food.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, you sit around the table and talk and bond.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, if I want food, yeah, sure, I can go to maybe Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. His cooking is, of course, better than my mom's cooking, but it's not about the taste. The hotels, they'll give me good food, but what is the intention behind that? They want money. But what is the intention behind my mom's cooking? That's the pure love.
Exactly.
That's what connects us, and that's the thing that bonds us. Right now, I'm 30 years old. I live in other states. I get to cook my own food, but still I miss my mom's cooking. That makes me miss her. That is the bond that people need to understand.
Yeah. Same here.
With my father. My father also, he is capable of surviving surviving on his own, but he cannot live without my mom. My mom and dad, they are married almost 40 years and still going strong. My grandparents were married almost 70 plus years. Now they've passed away, rest in peace. But still, the thing is, and another thing I'd like to point out, this very important question that is circling around in modern Western the social media. What do you bring to the table? This is a very important question, and
That's
this question seems to be
the table X, BSP.
I got curious and I asked this question to my mother, my own mother. You know what she replied?
What?
She said, "I bring peace and harmony."
That's it. Enough said.
So mic drop right there.
Now, let me ask you this: in India, do you or majority of the women that's in India are like your mother now, or do they still have the point of view of your mother, or do they have the more Western point of view?
I mean, yeah, right now we are living in a digital world right now. The social media has connected everything. So there is certain influence from the global world, but I would say majority of Indian population are still in touch of their traditional root.
Okay.
That is very important to us. But I don't know what the future holds. Let's hope for the best.
It's almost like it's that Western feminist viewpoint. It's almost like a virus, and
I mean,
BSP, listen. Let me tell you this. Now she is American, but there's this show. I forgot the name. It's on Netflix. There's this show that it's about arranged marriages, and there was this Indian girl. She is American, but her family is Indian. BSP. She's exactly like that woman that we just talked about on Steve Harvey, like the long list. She's 35. Just because she's a lawyer, she's asking for all these things, and she was the only one that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, the thing is, women have something called biological clock. We men don't have biological clock. We have financial clock. Big difference.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Because women, 35 years old, the hell are you talking about? You still think your career? Women think that their career is going to matters a lot in relationship. No, and most of the women are like, he rejected me because of my career. He's a coward. No. Men are not afraid of your careers. Men don't care about your careers because your career has nothing to do with the relationship. I mean, if you have a career, if you have education, fine, good for you. I'm happy for you. But the question is, are you capable of becoming a wife? That's the question.
Yeah. And you know why they say that when they said, the men is intimidated by their career? It's because, one, that's what they lead with, right? Or that's all they have to offer. And the guy's like, he's not interested in that. And then they're like, and then they think, the guy's intimidated by that. But it's like, no, we're not. It's just that we don't care about that. And that's what's important to you. So we're just going to keep moving until we find someone that has something that we want. And like you said, we don't have a clock.
I mean, if you have a career, that's good thing. It's a bonus, because if you have, but sooner or later, if you are married, if you are a married woman, soon you're gonna get pregnant, you're gonna have child, you're gonna have to come back home to take care of the baby. That is where the crisis starts, because there's a hormonal change in women. Once who was so driven, career oriented, that mindset is going to change once having a baby. In general, there might be,
and by that time, by the time they get to that age and then they realize that they've been focusing on their career and then it's the wrong way to go, it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, you have to choose. You know, if you want to, if you want to choose career, fine, but you should be prepared for a lonely life.
Except and that's the thing with me. I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice on everything, BSB. As long as you accept the consequences that comes with that choice that you made. Don't say that you made this decision, but you know what comes with it, but you're like, but I want this outcome, but I want to make this decision though.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you are a career woman and you are fortunate enough to find a good man and get married to him, that is where you face the crossroad. You want to choose career or you want to choose a relationship.
Exactly.
What women have to make choice.
Yeah, that most definitely.
I mean, if I give you an example, like for example, say in Greek mythology, the Amazon warriors, the women warriors, all right, very powerful, very strong, feared by heroes, protected by gods. They have the great empire and everything. One small problem: no male companionship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. Have you heard of Kevin Samuels on BSB?
Oh yeah, he's blowing up.
Yeah, he has blown up, and I don't know if you've heard the type of woman that be coming on his shows, and they're saying this is the type of men that they want, and I'm like,
yeah,
and I'm like, I know these guys. I'm one of these guys. I'm like, we wouldn't. It's like we wouldn't to us. I don't know about you, BSB, but to me, for certain women, if you overweight and then you don't take care of yourself, you loud, you obnoxious, and you super masculine, to me, you invisible. To me, you might as well be a man. I don't even look at you that way. I don't even think about, oh, I should maybe talk to her. It doesn't even come to my mind that you're a woman in that sense. I don't know what happened. Anyways, that was a good show, BSB. I would love to have you back again whenever you have the time. Yeah, I'm gonna I don't know what happened, but BSB, good. I learned you dropped so much knowledge, so much dime. But yes, Chris, I mean, Will Smith, you're 100% wrong on this. And that's feminine energy that you listen, he'll never get rid of that. He'll never get rid of that chip that's on his shoulder as long as he's with Jada, because it's always going to come up and he always going to feel like he has to defend her. And women, and I don't know if you guys, read the Bible or what have you, but remember same thing. Oh, BSB, you're back. Hold on. BSB.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry about that. My cell went down. There was a network problem.
No, you good. You good.
Okay, so what were we talking about again?
The woman that's on Kevin Samuels.
Oh yeah, I mean, first of all, I'd like to say something about that too, if I may.
Go ahead.
The thing is, most of the women complain that, oh, he is rude. He doesn't know how to talk to women. Like, what? Have you seen these women, how they were talking to him? These women were like in their 20s. Kevin Samuel is at the age of their fathers, and they have no manners how to talk to him.
Exactly.
To begin with.
Exactly. You got to respect your elders.
And what? Yeah, you have to respect your elders. And the way he's talking to you is how your dad was supposed to talk to you. Like, get your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's telling you.
Mm-hmm.
But these women are too entitled to understand that, oh, he's rude. Cancel him. Cancel Kevin Samuels. Like, the fuck?
No, I agree. I don't agree with him 100% of everything, but I agree with him 90% of everything that he says.
I mean, yeah, of course, I'm not exactly a fan too. I also disagree with some point he says, but most women, they act like, oh, they are the victims. Kevin Samuel is what?
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. It's like, man, yeah. But this is what I was saying to you, the BSB. Some of those women that be coming on his show, and the guy
Yeah.
that describing, I fit in those categories, right? But for me, I wouldn't even look at them that way. To me, they're not even women. I don't. So the type of guys that they want on their weight, their mindset, they'll never achieve that.
Yeah. One more thing I like to say: most of the women, from what I've seen in YouTube and social media and all that, most of the women they rate themselves as 9, as 10.
Everybody's
like,
a
the
10.
fuck? Oh, I'm like, no. What you're rating is not you. It's the ton of makeup on top of you. That is what's 9 and 10, not you.
Listen, and you can tell them nothing. And to me, as a woman, you should, first of all, as a woman, you're supposed to be the good-looking one in the relationship, not me, right? I bring other things to the relationship. I'm not supposed to be the good-looking one in the relationship. So that's one. And then two, these women, they're giving themselves those rating. You're supposed to be asking a man. It's just like if
Oh man.
It's just like BSB. If I want to sell a car, I'm not gonna go ask myself, "Oh, how much do you think I should sell that car for?" Of course, I'm gonna be like $1 million, but it's a freaking Toyota Corolla, 1997 Toyota Corolla. It's not even worth $500, right? But if you ask the market, go ahead.
If you were talking to women that, if you talk to women like that, the woman's like, "Oh, how dare you compare me to a car?" Like, no. The point is not about the car. It's the idea behind that. Man, you're confusing.
Hey, some of them are not even a 1997 Toyota Corolla. They're like a 19. I don't even know if they had whatever first Corolla that they had, or they have a 1997 Corolla with 1 million miles on it. You've been with every guy has been inside of you. I mean, who want that? Who want that leftover? And you have 3 kids.
Exactly. I mean, but they're like, "Oh, you dare compare me to a car?" No, I'm not talking about the car. I'm talking about the mindset of a man. How men think. That's how we think. That is our point of view. It's not about the car. You dumb broad. Come on.
Listen, BSB, I'm gonna have to go, but you're welcome anytime. Please come up anytime. Please like and subscribe to the show so you know when I'm on, and you could come up anytime, man. I learned so much from you today, man, and I hope you learned some.
Oh, gladly, and thank you for having me. It was a fun chatting with you.
Sir. Yes, sir. Please come up anytime you see me. I'll put you right on top of the list.
No problem.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, BSB. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to let it go now. I'm gonna try to come up with a schedule, and so that I could come up regularly, so you guys know when I'm on, and we could make this fun. Okay. Thank you, and have a good one.